Welcome back to our podcast. My name's Ben from Digital Nomads. I'm here with Annabelle. Again, we are going to discuss AI in SEO. I think we should look at it broadly as well, of AI in marketing. But predominantly we'll focus in AI in SEO and where we're at with it.
Yeah.
I've got some ideas. I've got some thoughts around this conversation. I think it's a big one. We're not. AI is not new now. AI has been around.
Everyone's probably heard about it. Yeah.
Everyone's using it in your emails and in whichever format that you want to have somebody else write something for you. So we're familiar with it.
Yeah.
We've been through ChatGPT version 3, 3.5, 4 to Bard
to Gemini.
To Gemini now.
Bing.
Which integrated with the chat system as well. So we're very familiar with it. We know what it does. What are we seeing in SEO with it? How is it affecting SEO?
Well, now that everyone's got access to create content so quickly at the tip of their fingertips, we've seen that a lot of websites are just spitting out content, left, right, and center, writing blog posts, creating page content, hoping to rank. And I remember when it first came out, it didn't seem to have too much of an effect. Using the ChatGPT and AI content, even though you still had to be mindful of making sure it's still got that human element to it. But what we found at the moment, especially with March's latest core algorithm update, I think it stated that Google's honing in on unoriginal and duplicate content. So, but I think it's by 40%. So
yeah, we've seen some pretty big drops in that.
Yeah, and even seeing we do competitor analysis for the agency and seeing competitors and their rankings drop off, and you can see that you can tell by reading the content that it's generated by AI. And Google's really honing in on that. So it's interesting to see. Google's picking up on AI.
So I think a misconception with AI to a copywriter is that we can see it.
Yeah, you can.
I think that's let's just call it what it is. You can tell if copy is written with AI or not.
In today's digital landscape.
The common phrase that we see in today's digital landscape. Look, we know that copy is written with AI versus not written with AI. And Google can see that as well. So I think a good point is that the new algorithm update, without going too granular into details of what that means, is that Google is starting to really hone in on people that are leveraging AI to create large scale batched content quickly, that they are penalizing that. Which is scary for people that have been doing it that way for the last year and may have seen some good result from it. People have got this amazing tool that's come out, and you can research, write, and even direct implementation for some of these platforms. They will go straight into WordPress and stitch the blog in and spin it up for you. Now it no longer works. And equally, you could be penalized for the work that you've been doing for the last 12 months. Which is scary. The good thing for, I guess, the people that are aware of this early and adopted it early and understand how it could affect. We do it for our clients. We don't leverage AI in large-scale batch content for that reason. We are going to see the opposite effect. We're going to see the result from it. We're going to see benefit from using AI from a research perspective, but still being a copywriter, still writing original content that is unique, that is not plagiarized.
Aligned with the brand.
Aligned with brand. Brand voice is really important.
AI does have its benefits. I know the SEO team, we find it helps make everyday easy admin work a bit more efficient. So using it to get topic ideas for blogs, creating frameworks, blog frameworks, page frameworks, but then not just relying on it. It just it sparks that thought, and you're like, okay, cool, I'll start with that. But then you hone in on the brand and the keyword you're targeting and making
it's not
sure
the
unique.
replacement.
It's nothing. It doesn't replace SEO.
No, nor does it replace copywriters.
No.
I think that's important. I think that's important. We're not anti-AI. We're not anti-AI.
No.
We all use it, and you need to adopt these new, innovative platforms and systems. So I think there's value in using it.
Definitely.
But knowing when,
Yeah.
and knowing how, and it isn't that replacement for an SEO team member.
No.
Which is key. So, anything else that you want to add into AI?
I think another thing, going back to content generated by AI, is that it's very surface level. And going back to like how we can tell it's reading content that's written by AI is it doesn't actually hone in on anything. It's very fluffy, exaggerated.
Yes.
Using weird words and terminology that we don't typically use
in
everyday conversations.
It's getting better.
It's getting a little bit better, but
better.
I still find sometimes I'm like, give me an idea for this, and it flings out this word, and I'm like, I don't think anyone uses that word nowadays. But it's you've got to be strategic with it. I think that's the thing. It's like it's very bigger picture, but you've got to still then hone in and
I get that.
Make sure that you're targeting and the content is speaking to what you're trying to rank for.
Yeah.
Which is what AI is still missing at the moment.
I think to round this out of some use cases of where AI can be used, some value, some ideas, something it does, I believe it can do quite well. For a beginner, I don't think from an advanced team of, specialists in the industry, or if you're investing in it as a service, I do think that from a new business that needs assistance in SEO, that doesn't necessarily have like the capital to invest into having an agency do it for them.
Yeah.
It can do quite a good job of doing an audit for you. So giving it a page and asking some insight on the page. How can I improve this content to rank better, or give it your website and go, how can I improve the ranking for this key term?
Yeah.
I think that is a really good value piece for people that are looking to get some result in using AI for SEO.
Yeah.
It's not the solution to get you first. It's not the solution to get your top 3, but it is definitely going to give you at least that
some insight
foundation to make sure that you're addressing title tags, you're addressing meta, you're addressing on-page content,
header tags.
I think that's a really good piece of value that you can use. It can do some good audits and competitor insight for you without having to invest in expensive tools. Your SEMrush, Ubers, and your Uber Suggest, and they're expensive for an individual. So if you're just starting out and you want to jump in and you want to get a little bit more from your SEO, or you're not getting great results, go to it and ask AI what you can improve on by giving it your website.
Yeah.
I think that's a good summary.
Good tip.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us again. And we'll talk to you again next week. Thanks. Bye.